There are reports out there that small businesses have doubled their consumer pricing due to the Trump tariffs. Of course, that's something that affects all of us. How accurate is this, and what can we expect to see how this all play out? Joining me this time is Bruce de Torres. Bruce is the communications director of the American Small Business League. The American Small Business League is called the strongest voice in America for protecting the federal programs to assist the nation's more than 35 million small businesses. Bruce, welcome to the show.
Great to be here. Great to meet you, Rick.
Yeah. So they are. So we've seen small businesses double their prices. How prevalent or how prevalent is that?
I don't know. That's a type of thing I see, reported that I have to dig into and confirm for myself.
Okay.
But I would bet it's probably accurate just from my personal experience and my balance of the different uh, claims of the administration and its supporters. We're doing great for small businesses. We're doing great for the economy. And then the other body of evidence and reports, maybe not so much.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I think we've all seen prices increase. Whether or not they've doubled is a whole different story. What are you hearing from small business owners in your position at the American Small Business League?
What we're seeing in our research primarily is caution. What we're seeing is lack of job growth. What we're seeing, and this is consistent, Rick, for decades, unfortunately, is yet another administration, Republican and Democrat, that pays great lip service to supporting small businesses with announcements about this, that, and the other thing, programs, loans, but it's a facade. It's a smokescreen. The most important fact to us, and this is my lens, this is my lane, this is our our mission as the American Small Business League, is to educate America about three or four basic things. Number one, we are a small business nation. 99.9% of all businesses are small businesses by the government's basic definition of 500 employees or less. 98% of all businesses in America, Rick, have less than 100 employees. That's what we consider a legitimate small business. And the law says 23% of all federal contract dollars must go to our small businesses. And the SBA, Small Business Administration, oversees that. And every year they say, we did it. In fact, we gave more than that to small businesses. Here's the problem. 35 years ago, the founder of our organization, Lloyd Chapman, started suing various agencies of the federal government, the Pentagon, NASA, the Department of Energy, the SBA itself, to get the names of the companies that these different agencies are calling small. And what we have found for 35 years is that the vast majority of small business contracts, Rick, go to the 0.1% of companies that are big businesses. Dozens of congressional investigations have found the same thing. The SBA's Office of Inspector General has found the same thing. And this is buried. It's been black holed. Anyone who searches these claims is going to say Bruce is wrong. One must go to our site, asbl.com, to see the enormity and the truth of this problem. And this administration is following suit. The momentum rolls right along, and it's costing us millions of new jobs. It's costing us almost an instant economic prosperity that would result if this got exposed and if this got fixed.
Wow. Do you see any positive news coming from this dilemma at all?
Yes, because we are relentlessly relentless and hopeful about it. Our little office is writing every member of the Senate and every member of the House and 1,300 candidates for the midterms next year teaching them this. And we're getting a phenomenal response from their office, their assistants saying, I didn't know, thank you for this great information. And a few of them are starting to say, can we do a call? Can we do a Zoom? Because we tell them we're on a mission to make this a movement. Call it small business rights. You know, in my head, I'm thinking of the civil rights movement because it's nonpartisan. Like I say, it would be an economic boom of epic proportions.
Well, that'd be interesting to monitor this and see how it all plays out. I'm supporting you on this. You're also involved in a project called the Don't Cheat Women Project. What exactly is that?
Ah, that is our campaign to raise from 5% to 15% the federal contracts that must go to women-owned small businesses. And here's why.
Hmm,
Women are half the population, obviously. They own 40% of all businesses in America.
hmm,
They generate, there's 14 million women-owned small businesses.
hmm,
They generate almost $3 trillion in revenue. They employ over 12 million workers, and they sell what the federal government buys. By what standard of fairness should they only get 5% of the federal contract dollars? And remember what I said before about meeting the goal is a lie anyway? Only twice in the last 30 or 40 years has the federal government said, oh, women owned small businesses got 5%. They don't even get that much. It might be 1%. And here's the bigger context. The United States government, Rick, is the biggest purchaser of goods and services on the planet. $800 billion is the projected 2025 procurement or contracting budget. Many people say, why are they excluding all these other purchases? What the government really spends every year is closer to 1.3 trillion or 1.5 trillion. But let's just look at the 800 billion. If the 23% requirement got pushed up to 33% because we pushed from 5 to 15, an extra 10% just for women, that 33% of the 800 billion would be $264 billion of business poured into small businesses who would create 3.3 million new jobs on top of the 2 million America typically creates every single year. That's the prosperity and the economic boom I'm talking about. Unfortunately, the 1/10 of 1% of companies that are big businesses that get the lion's share of that procurement budget, they don't create one net new job. They're already big. But decades of relationships between the contracting officers and these giant corporations. We lay a lot of this at the feet of the Pentagon. They are an enormous portion of the whole federal procurement budget. And the contracting officers at the federal agencies who award small business contracts to these big companies often go work for them when they leave the government. Often folks at those companies come in with new administrations to be contracting officers and they keep the money go around going.
yeah.
And people can learn all about Don't Cheat Women at don'tcheatwomen.com, no apostrophe. And here's another factor to it. If I have another minute or two for this, do I?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Women are prospering. They're on the uprise economically by many measures, and men are kind of stagnant, if not kind of falling, okay? That's great. But they need all the help they can get economically so that they can become political equals. Right now, men earn and save more than women. They donate more to candidates. They've got more political influence just at that level. It's easier for men to run for office. Men hold 75% of the seats in the House, seats in the Senate, state legislatures, and all cabinet positions. They hold almost that many governor chairs. And men hold 90% of committee chair positions and party leadership positions. And men have different priorities, different policies that they would implement than women. So when women have true economic equality, they'll be able to participate as political equals. It's 2025, and it's rather shocking to comprehend that women are not political equals because they just can't have the influence because they just aren't worth financially as much as men. So everything that could help small businesses helps the whole country. Everything that helps women get economic equality moves them toward political equality. And we need their values, we need their intelligence, we need their perspective, we need their hearts, we need their souls, more than ever by many measures, looking at the state of the country and the state of the world.
Bruce de Torres of the American Small Business League and of the Don't Cheat Women Project, I thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.